Hello, and welcome to our podcast for the first Saturday in Advent. Our speaker is Father J. Greener, chaplain and pastoral counsellor in the Anglican Union.
We've just come through a contested and very expensive election cycle. Some people are thrilled with the result, others are devastated. I think we're all exhausted. And it comes down to what people desire, the kind of leadership that they're looking for, however you view that. Well, in ancient Israel, the people desired for the king to have a certain kind of character. After all, King David, Solomon, and the kings that followed were representatives of God's authority, and with that, God's character. What did the people want in their king? What did God want? Well, we see a picture of that in the first verses of Psalm 72. That's our reading for this particular day. Now, here are the first 7 verses from the Message. Give the gift of wise rule to the king, O God, the gift of just rule to the crown prince. May he judge your people rightly, be honorable to your meek and lowly. Let the mountains give exuberant witness. Shape the hills with the contours of right living. Please stand up for the poor. Help the children of the needy. Come down hard on the cruel tyrants. Outlast the sun, outlive the moon, age after age after age. Be rainfall on cut grass, earth-refreshing rain showers. Let righteousness burst into blossom and peace abound until the moon fades to nothing. This psalm is a prayer that was probably read aloud during the coronation and anointing of the Davidic kings. It's part of the liturgy. But the main point, I think, is clear, that the king's reign will be one that will be on the side of the poor and downtrodden. It will defend those in need. It will come against the oppressors. The king will rescue the poor and bring prosperity. And that's how we know he's a good king, because this is how he reigns. Judgment will come with righteousness. Now, I don't know about you, when I hear about coming judgment, I don't always tend to think of it as good news. But C.S. Lewis had a thought on that in this particular psalm. Here's what he said. We need not therefore be surprised if the Psalms are full of the longing for judgment, and regard the announcement that judgment is coming as good news. Hundreds and thousands of people who've been stripped of all they possess and who have the right entirely on their side will at last be heard. Of course, they are not afraid of judgment. Now, the king is to have this character, because the king, as much as possible, reflects God's character. I mean, that's the idea anyway. Now, we know about human rulers, don't we? Their faults and their downfalls. We see it in the news, and we read it in the scriptures. But this psalm also looks forward to a king that will not have fault or frailty. And that coming king is the anointed one, the Messiah, the one we await during this season of Advent, which is how this particular psalm became associated with this season. Human leaders fail, but the righteous king that is coming will not. God bless you today and throughout this Advent season.